Happy Monday. Today is the 5th of May. And before we get into the meat of the matter, I just want to big up all the midwives, from a fellow midwife to other midwives. Today is International Midwife Day. So big up to all the midwives out there in the field, working, delivering our babies safely into this world. Remember, Exodus 20 spoke of the midwives. And so today is Midwives Day. Even though I'm not practicing currently as a midwife, I was trained at the Kingston School of Nursing. And I have my diploma as a midwife. I worked in the field for 6.5 years. And I am here bigging up all the midwives. Big up to every midwife today. Now to the meat of the matter at hand. In this topic, or in this live I should say, excuse me, we will speak on this, photo here. We'll speak on the whole appearance of the Prime Minister and even the Minister of Gender at Usain Bolt's father's funeral. So Usain Bolt's father was laid to rest yesterday. And I also want to touch a little on the whole JPS information that was put out there about this so-called 7% GCT being lowered from 15%, and also the betrayal of them telling us no new taxes for 10 consecutive years, as they stated. But let us speak on Usain Bolt's father's funeral first. So as you come in on the live, ABR family, please to like and share it out. We want this one to spread across the globe. And let me first and foremost say, my condolences again to the entire Bolt family, their friends, well-wishers, and extended loved ones. My condolences. It's not easy losing a parent, let alone a father. Oftentimes mothers get more praises because most times we are the ones who are left with the children or left with the kid. And so we have to play both roles, even though we know a woman cannot fulfill a father's place. But at the end of the day, we try. We have to try, because when the task is left upon you, you have to make it happen. And I too have lost a father. And I must say, when the fathers are active in the children's life, when the fathers are present, when the fathers, are there, playing their role, are present in the children or the child's life, we must give them that accolade. We must give them that recognition. And I must say that my father was a very present father. He wasn't only there financially, as all we know some father role, but he was there presently. He was there actively. And I had to watch my father basically pass away right in front of my eyes. So I can not only sympathize with a Usain Bolt, who loved his father dearly, but I too can empathize. I've been there, and I had to watch the big bad wicked cancer take away my father, a father who was present for me from I was a babe until I become a woman, a father who would have still done anything for me. So when I tell you that we have to big up some of the fathers there, when I tell you that my father is my general, when I tell you I don't see another father that I would want as my own, But I've come across men who are good fathers too to their children. Whether the odds are against them, yes or not, they stand up and they play that role. And so I just want to take the opportunity to big up some good fathers. Now, as I stated, yesterday was Usain Bolt's father's funeral. Big up yourself, Beverly. Big up to all moderators on the channel. Big up to my members, Angela and Ivan Wallace. Thank you for being a member over a year now on the ABR membership. And so Usain Bolt's father's funeral was yesterday. And we know that his father, who goes by the name of Wellesley, them call him Gideon Bolt, passed away in March, and he was laid to rest yesterday. To which we seen, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Gender Culture, was present there. Members from the opposition were present there as well. But a whole heap of questions surrounding this, the presence of the Prime Minister, and as well him basically taking the mic to say at the funeral that Usain Bolt is a national hero. And we know what went down with Usain Bolt and the whole SSL saga. And I was trying my hardest yesterday to not try and to politicize this, because his father, as many would say from the little district of Sherwood Content, that he was a very simple man. Be it his son rose to fame, he was a very simple man. He tried to help as many as possible in that community. He stood there as a father, not to his own biological children, but to other people's children who were less fortunate. And it is said that they showed up uninvited. Now, if he had not gone, what would the people say? I would want to hear that from somebody. What would the people say? But then again, I personally think that he should have sat this one out, due to the fact that it's under his government and his leadership, mismanagement at the FSC, even from the finance minister, where this man lost 12.odd million US dollars. And Usain Bolt had spoken out, and he sat with the fix, and him said the government can do something. And to see the Prime Minister going there to say that Usain is a national hero, he wasn't saying that from before. So what are you doing? Are you playing in Usain Bolt's face with this hero title? I'm going to make you see just some little footage from the whole proceedings here at the funeral. Usain Bolt and his entire family were grieving. So you see just a snippet right there, and you see in that video right there was basically grieving. And I just want to play here what the Prime Minister stated at the funeral service.
Late invitation to speak, and not to stay too long because it's a long list of persons giving tribute. But Usain is a global icon, a national hero, a national asset, and every Jamaican is grieving with Usain and his family at this time. So I thought that as Prime Minister, I have the duty and indeed the responsibility to speak on behalf of the country. I see both members of the opposition and members of the government gathered. So I take the privilege to speak on behalf of the political class, to say, Usain, we love you, we care about you, and in this time of grief, please know that we are all here praying for you and the comfort of your family. God bless your family, Jennifer, and your brothers, sisters, and your entire family. Church, hold your hands over Usain and pray for him. God bless you and thank you.
Mr. Prime Minister, you mentioned era to Usain. Is it something thinking about, sir?
Usain is a hero. Nobody has to think about that.
I decided to accept the late invitation to speak and not to stay too long because a long list of persons giving tribute. But Usain is a global icon, a national hero, a national asset.
Big up yourself, Alkebulan HVAC Services Inc. Big up yourself, Christopher. So, as Christopher is saying, as many others are saying, Andrew has no shame. He said that he got a late invitation, and word on the street is that none of them were invited to this funeral. Not one of them. We saw the Minister of Gender there as well, Culture, Babsy Grange. She asked to go and say something at the funeral, to which she took the opportunity to call up Andrew Holness within the little time that they had given her. And right after he finished speaking, it said that he left. So if Una really and truly wanted to support Usain Bolt and not making this seem as if it's a prop thing to Una or it's a PR for Una, for just show up at the funeral to go up and say something in order to save face, because that's how I'm looking at it right now, to save face based on what they sat and allowed this man to go through. And he stood there also to take pictures with Usain Bolt. He left right after he finished speaking. Why didn't he stay then if you're there to support him? And why all of a sudden you want to call him a national hero? We never did I consider him to be a national hero from before. Big up yourself, Vian Miller. So why now at his father's funeral, the Prime Minister is saying that Usain Bolt is a national hero? I would love to hear your reaction towards that. So when I'm finished with this aspect, I will open the phone lines a bit because I want to hear from the ABR family and viewers. What want to think of that? It is also said that the sitting MP for Northern Trelawney, Tova Hamilton, was there outside the premises of the funeral procession and was giving out care packages and writing down names out of the trunk of her car. So is this really to support Usain Bolt, or was this for the government a campaign stop? Because me not say, why would someone be so insensitive towards a family? Big up yourself, Angela. You be comrade. Big up on yourself. Rosalie Ricketts, Sharon Bernard. Why would someone, a politician at that, show up to lend support or to lend, sympathy to a family that is grieving, to a Usain Bolt who has done such great things for our island, Jamaica, who has basically made his mark in track and field, rose to stardom. He took his family along with him. We know that he loved his father dearly. He loved his mother. He rose to stardom. And he didn't leave his parents behind. He rose with them. So why would a politician at this man's father funeral, where he's grieving the loss of his father, you know what it is like to be a child, and let alone a son who wants to make his mark, to show one day that he will carry on his father's last name and stand up and be the man that his father would want to see him become. Do you know how proud Usain Bolt must have felt when he rose to stardom, knowing that he has made his mark as the son out of the family? You know what it is like for a son to make his father proud? You know our son wants to be that figure one day, to be the head of his household and to stand up as a man, to emulate whatever legacy or whatever foundation that his father has set. And Usain Bolt have done it. He made his family, he made the entire Jamaica, he made his father proud. And so why would a politician want to go to this man's father's funeral to give out care packages? And you never know, so the people them want care packages all along. Or you don't know where the people them live. Oh, I forgot that some of these politicians only remember the people them when they want to vote. Only when they want vote them remember the people them. Care packages being given out. So them really take this man's father funeral as a campaign stop. Them really are sure we say them a try politicize the thing as much as possible. I didn't want to go down this road, But when I got some information yesterday and based on what I was seeing, the opposition members were there, yes. But we never see them a fight or try if we go up, if we go talk and say anything. Andrew only say could have sat this one out. Me not tell a lie. Because you going there now to tell Usain Bolt that he is a national hero. No make no sense to we, because you never did say that from day one. You never come out and made any form of utterance. You don't do nothing towards him losing so much money in SSL. And we know say the founders and owners of SSL are one of big friends and come below. And I personally never wanted to go down this road in politicizing this man's father's funeral. But me go run back the tape and make you hear what Usain said in the interview after sitting down, sending out cryptic messages for the past 2 years. He spoke out on the fix about his billions that was stolen at the Stocks and Securities Limited. Big up yourself, John Bailey. Big up yourself, Wayne Evans.
Government is it from the government perspective?
The government alone really can't do nothing. Big boy, this is no answer. And them are the only person who can go in and say, yo, this need to fix.
Yeah.
You understand?
And how active are they in the case?
It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Because is it
Them not active, none at all. Them a drag them foot, them nonchalant with the whole, stocks and securities scandal. They are lackadaisical. The powers that be are lackadaisical. You hear him say right here, so he's laying the blame. All they do was talking to him, make it seem as if he would have gotten back his money, or they made it seem as if they were fighting on his behalf. When we didn't hear much from the Prime Minister about Stocks and Securities Limited, we didn't hear him making any mention of wanting to give Usain Bolt this national hero title that he's well deserving of. But he came at the funeral to say that Usain is a national hero. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know any at all, but I want to listen back to this piece of clip here.
Government is it from the government perspective?
the government alone really can't do nothing. Big boy, this is no answer. And them are the only person who can go in and say, yo, this need to fix.
Yeah.
You understand?
And how active are they in the case?
It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Because is it
Big up yourself, my brother Daniel Taylor. Big up to Robert Brown. Robert says the attendance was not about Bolt or his father, but only about seizing an opportunity to campaign in the community and on visual media. My God. Blessed love, my sister Daisy Magazine. Big up yourself. She says Andrew is showing the level of disdain they feel for Usain. They have not addressed their theft of his money, yet have the unmitigated gall to show up at his father's funeral. They have no shame. No shame. I've seen some referencing it to the biggest betrayal of all time. Remember, Judas did betray Christ with a kiss. But the people are saying, Andrew, that you betray Usain with this handshake. The opposition members were there representing on behalf of the opposition leader, I'm sure. But we never see them run a fight for go up for the mic, for go talk, for look no, political mileage. Even if you had gone, where you go up and talk about national hero and that, you never did a talk that from before. That is what we want to know. Why all of a sudden? Remember, even I believe last year, in the whole budget debate, or I believe this year, when Mark Golin was speaking on, national hero status for Miss Louise Bennett Coverley and Bob Marley, this very same Prime Minister was saying instead of national hero, they should get national icon. National icon. But he's stating that Usain is a national hero in a time like this. I don't know, maybe my national hero because he sat too long and he's not taking them to task over his millions and billions that he have earned through, you know, sweat, blood and tears. His father was there with him all along. His father, his family knows what they have done to him in this whole SSL fraud, SSL theft, SSL saga. And the powers that be, remember at one point, even the finance minister, the former finance minister, had gotten the whole flagging of SSL. And him couldn't find the report. Him threw it down somewhere. He must have read it. He must have heard. He must have gotten an email too and not just the hard copy. But him fling it down and throw it down. So to hell with Usain and to hell with the other 200 and odd investors whose money was stolen because the minister had gotten the hard copy and him toss it somewhere in his office to the point where him say him couldn't find it. And he took a weekend to search through file cabinets. And that is when he stumbled upon it. Big injustice to Usain Bolt of this government not speaking out openly on his billions that were stolen. But they're saying now that he is a national hero. And a sitting MP was outside of the funeral procession giving out care packages. What a shame and disgrace. What a shame and disgrace. I really want to hear your take on this, ABR family and viewers. So, without any delay, I'm going to open the phone lines a bit because I really want to hear what you have to say on this. The number to call is 954-288-6467. WhatsApp only. Let me hear what I say about this before I move on to another betrayal as it pertains to this whole JPS and the alleged 7% that they said they would have cut the GCT on electricity. You can call in at 954-288-6467. WhatsApp only. Let me hear what I say. ABR family. Big up yourself, Uriel. Uriel says that a thief man have nothing about him and the party as well. My God. I really want to hear from at least 2 or 3 persons before I move on to the next segment of this live. This is not going to be a very long live, so I just want to hear for this first segment that I outline. I really want to hear from y'all. The number to call is 954-288-6467. WhatsApp only. What says you about this? Are they really supporting Usain Bolt or are they supporting politics? Rosalie Ricketts says there's a time and place for everything, not at a funeral. I totally agree with this. statement here, I am in agreement 100% and more. There's a time and place for everything, and at the funeral was not the time and place to come and give out care packages. When families, friends, a community, the entire Jamaican is grieving along with Usain Bolt at the passage of his father. Uriel says gaslight PR on full swing. Blessed morning, my brother. Aromatic Realistic TV. What says you on this, my brother? The Prime Minister.
This morning, we there upon the work, but I have to chime in and listen what I go on.
Yeah.
So, guess what I say? First of all, you know, say them be me is a youth controversial because some of the time what they want to hear.
They not hear
from me because me just give the plain truth, you know. Because me come from Portia school, you know. Me no name no boy, me no name no girl yard.
All right then.
So
talk
when
up.
we talk, we just talk who want like it. Because you don't know if everything, we are entrepreneurs, we don't live off of social media. We do it because we love the country and we want our country to go in at the best hand.
That is it.
So when me I say Usain Bolt weak, him is a weak fella. Weak like a rat. Because there is no way you can do me that. Uno there my father funeral and no one can tell him that my father take. I'm gone to sleep. Take it to heart, I'm gone to sleep. And then you their funeral, they take picture and they talk. Me say Babsy Grange, they must read eulogy.
My God.
Me not even know what take place, my sister. It's a big Labourite like a Sumfest. Or something. Because if my father dead and me I go put him to rest. Knowing that my father not gone to rest. With a peaceful heart. Because my father no want to do to me. And then this uno they come at the last gathering of my father. So uno they can talk over my father with no hypocrite self. And then mere people like this, so the opposition was not there.
Representative of the opposition was there. I have pictures here.
Oh, then said Mr. Mark Golding was not there. So that everybody they fly.
So what is the issue there if Mark Golding wasn't there?
That's what I'm saying. Because what do you want the man to do? Go and listen a bunch of hypocrites. When he knows that Andrew Holness and his friend them rob this youth.
My God.
Babsy Grange and the one of them know what they go on around the administration because SSL was a Ponzi scheme for the Jamaica Labour Party. So the one of them know what they go on. So my leader with a man of class and integrity. No need to go sit down in that bunch of hypocrites there and listen to garbage.
Yeah. Representative was there. So
Yeah,
Mark
the
Golding showing his
representative
face.
stay there. Him not have to go there.
Him never have to go there.
Him not obligate for there. You understand? Him now use this for seek political mileage.
Thank
like him
you.
a try to make up. And people will say, yes, man, you say whole family they on good term. The boss already tell you what I'm going to do.
Inquiry.
Me going to put an inquiry to find out who thief the money. That's
Yes.
it. You know, if you did that around hypocrite and a bunch of fools, they listen nonsense and garbage just to irritate my spirit. I like
agree.
the side there. So who want talk? I mean, I take back my talk, you know. Usain Bolt is a weak fella. Because if you was not a weak fella, Andrew Holness, them couldn't there, sir. Because it's only God can tell me, say no, that the man take to heart. And
My
gone
God.
to sleep. Because that's a young man. Him not no hull. His father not no hull, man. They walk and they use stick and all of them things. They have whole heap of more vibrant years ahead of him to live life.
Definitely
Them
so.
not poor and in a poverty. Why am I worry about house rent and light bill and food and all of that? Them man they no worry. Some should have just live nice. What kill him so early? Them thing that the man take and put ahead, man.
True,
Alright,
because
man.
no
Sell him
well-thinking parents don't want to see them children hurt. No well-thinking parents. No one if you see a strand a year upon them pitney hurt them.
Never, my sister.
My
Never.
God.
You understand? Because, listen me. You may hear me and my youth or somebody in a little fun and me and one of my brother or something in a little like, no coming night, man.
All right.
No coming night. Just if you don't have nothing good for say, no say nothing because guess why you go irritate me? Because family over everything, you know.
All right.
You understand? So now come try to boost up nothing, yes, sir. If you can't say done, no say nothing.
That is
Just
it.
make a stake and we go turn over upon you, all right? That's why there. And you alone go left in it. You understand?
True.
Family over everything. You love your kids. You don't want nothing to do with your kids. All when your kids done big man, you're still the father them.
Well-thinking parents, yeah?
You understand what I say? When something happen to them, you them can't say daddy or mama, you know, say, I want me to use, I want me to do this, I want me to use to
True.
that. You never stop being a parent.
Never.
So when a parent see, you look who youth will come from the rubbles,
My God.
from the grit, from the grind. You understand? Exhale on the track, rise the flags, carry the nation on him back. And then the Prime Minister who have the authority to bring an investigation into the thing. If you come tell we who take the youth money, if you make them give up the youth money, the Prime Minister make Krasky then run gone.
And sit down upon the report them.
Sit down on the report and now let go not now in a funeral. Yeah, Mark Gold in the boss.
Every
If you
time.
went good, them would have begs with you. Mark Gold in the went good, them would have begs with you. You don't need for the round the crooked and parasite. Make you Usain Bolt and Andrew Wellness and stay then Labourite fan fear. The whole of them are Labourite, but then sort you out themselves.
My God.
You don't tell them what you go do already. When you come in a power, you are going to do an inquiry. And anywhere the chips fall, and that's why they who fi go to prison, and who fi do it. You talk what you go do already. You know, no argument with a whole bunch of sentimental lunatic. What they on social media, village lie, everybody know this, everybody know that. One thing they can't take away from you. Remember, say you are the integrity boss.
All right then.
Right, that's why them is sister.
Remember me give him that name there for a reason, you know. Big up yourself, my brother. Thanks for calling. Big up.
Yeah.
All right, bless up. So on the year right, they saw ABR family from Aromatic Realistic TV and all those who now follow the movement over there, so now have to follow Aromatic. Him give you the raw truth. Him not jump on the bandwagon of what everybody is saying. He's a very objective kind of guy. And I just want to say, big up yourself, Raina. Serene So. Big up Paul B. Blessed morning, my caller. You're live on the ABR show. What says you?
Well, I could not agree with Aromatic no more. If I agree with him no more, that'll be what I'm going to tell you. Yeah, man. But tell you, man, Mark will not forget them. You're not going to be a hypocrite, man. The man that invite at least 2% from the People's National Party. They don't know fuck themselves. You know, say Angela Barron to fight the Mike. When they don't get invited, them, the speech and what they fit him talk. The speech and so enough them enough. Enough them enough enough. Imagine if the man of finance a personal thing, you know, just like a wedding, you know. If you don't invite people, they're not supposed to come in. And worse, they might dignitaries, and you know, invite them. You stay as the representative, man.
Yeah.
They don't want to represent the Prime Minister, man. They stay with your business, man. Stay in the alien, man. I vote them and looking up.
So you believe that it's a campaign stop for them?
There's a campaign stop, man, to show people so they might lend them support to Usain Bolt while them keep the youth money.
My goodness.
They support them, I support them, I look at them party, man. I'm voting them the plan, man. Voting. So, as I was saying, I'm glad some never go, you know, them mix up and then blend that thing. You understand me?
So, but at that the Labourites them run with now, so man goal in the go.
Where am I going to do? The man said, we come at me represent him, and Natalie Edley,
Natalie Garvey, Nita Garvey.
Yeah, Nita Garvey was there. You have to present from the People's National Party, too. Highly person from the PNP was there.
Yeah.
You understand? So them can't run with them want to run with. Them can't run with them want to run with. Because them that say them that want to slam dunk him. So you say both never invite him and him still go and go the man funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah man. So you don't know. If I when you look at you, them tell about the story about the man and his son go market the donkey, go sell the donkey.
Yeah.
You man a story there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah man. You can't please everybody man. You have to do it. You have to do the right thing.
Yeah.
The man going to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, the man never know if you have an engagement before.
Yeah.
You understand me? So, you can't look on that. Andrew, them look vote. Because then the way behind, so them look vote, them look we try to show solidarity with Usain Bolt. But we know them not show that. You understand me? I said to you?
True.
Yeah, man. So I agree with that, man. That's the best thing. I lose respect to Mark when it's little, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Not going to man. Man, I invite you somewhere, you're not going to man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you understand me? I said to you, the best thing I think could do as a leader. I'm sure so firm the man is as a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
because we know him stance, he spoke openly on the whole SSL saga. We know him stance, we know he lends full.
Yeah, and tell us when him come prime minister, the full investigation I got run, and who go prison, and who get back their money, but as it stand now, you like this government now do nothing. First of all, they might be full report. They don't want to tell nobody everything is a secret, and they want to prosecute one leader when they know not even the tip of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? I said to you, they want to prosecute the leader when they know the tip of the iceberg. Remember, the legendary, honorable PJ Patterson, tell you saying the king is that lady alone, rob what money,
The earth is not round. My God.
So we don't need to know nothing. Then I can't see, man. Look what the man do with FID. Just look what the Prime Minister do with FID. Just look, man.
The same FID where his whole financial affairs was referred to.
Come on, let's look what man do. Let's look at all the major investigations.
Must starve them.
Starve them. Short starve them. You think they just short starve them? Him know him I do.
Mm-hmm.
Him know him I do.
Him say I chess him a player.
So one the lad off him already,
Mm-hmm. And Wilson off him.
And Wilson off him said. So him so stay there, man. Him so stay. Him so never chess him a play, man. He will get a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he feel like say, cause some would I go make that man run up the same thing. My mother told man. If him think that Tavares Simpson son I go run up there. My mother got told man, I'm not cause some would not go allow that and I'm dead. When I'm living or I'm dead, them not allow that.
Mm-hmm.
You know that they are fucked. And they can't tell you. You know that not gonna happen. Because they mash up the seat there. You can't tell you that. So watch my word, my word after something. You feel like. If them start the problem, you wait with the essential clearing, man. Mike Henry. Not done yet, you know?
You're not done yet.
Not done. There's someone here we are going, man. That's like a swear with the tear open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So, make them go on, man. Them go on run up and down and look at little port and play them little politics and play with the little weak mind and them and run a quack all about Mark Gold, never go Usain Bolt for that, you know. Make them go on that little person. The man that listen to that. That don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
The man have bigger and better things to deal with. When I said I respect and due to the legend, the man sent two represent him. You understand?
Yeah, that is enough. Yeah, I agree.
You're not going to fool the church. You know, so much of them go, Andrew, Babsy, the
Chang.
Wheatley, Chang,
Dalrymple. I see Dalrymple when I think. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a whole barrage of them. Full up. And you space them there for them.
And the whole of them know we're going down with the investor them money.
Then the SSL not Jamaica Labour Party fund the scheme, man, for taxpayer money, man.
I hear somebody has said if him did really rate Usain, he would have go with the 12.8 million and go put it in man in a funeral service there. No.
You don't rate him, man.
You don't rate nobody.
You don't rate nobody, man. You don't think him rate himself and him pick them, man.
And him 28 bank account.
28 bank account. Yeah, that's even wife him never rate. I don't think rate him wife, but that's the man him pick them and rate.
My goodness.
Yeah, man. The man is a selfish leader. The man don't think about them people. The man not business about them people. The man have no care, no love for them people. The man they just come and just like a clown, just smile with you, and you as a people and a person, you ever just look there and smile and say, this man don't mean the country no good. Nah, nobody no good. This man not integrity. This man not honor. This man is not shame. You understand me?
Yeah.
And this man will do anything and everything to stay in a power. And then tell the Jamaican people, don't be fooled by this man.
One them for me there, brother.
Yeah, man, don't be fooled by this man, because when him take off the clown face, you know, you going to get that bitter medicine and the promise, you know, and him still not fulfilling the promise, the good promise him will give you know. I remember saying him said no leader is supposed to have 1 2 term, you know, but yes, they might have run their 3rd term. I know we can't see the fixed election date, you know. I know we can't see the big power plant, you know. You understand me? None of them things that we can't see. We can't see the impeachment bill yet. No. Because the impeachment bill come into place in Dalrymple and what the man be the one with the chair. Judge, right. Couldn't sit down and have to make a parliament at other people. Plus the other 7 were under investigation for illicit enrichment. So them know why them no want to do them things because you know not a good governance, you know. And Jamaica people think for themselves. Don't sell no vote. You see the man that burn the t-shirt, the green t-shirt, and I say him sorry, him take the $5,000. I burn the green t-shirt and I want all the while. Stop, check the $5,000 and sell out on a picnic and a grand picnic and picnic. You understand what I said to you? Because we don't do that. We not sell out the country and not sell out the country to a dictator. Tell them again, make no mistake. Put the vote, go out and vote, and make sure you put the X squarely beside the head. Because if you make a mistake and put it back this man, dog are going to supper. Alright.
And someone will not supper already.
I will not supper get already. I know we are getting broke because you get a little money so it's done.
Alright then.
Alright.
Big up yourself, my brother. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. So
when you hear it there, sir, when you can't make no error this time around. Big up yourself, Pelps. Big up to Paul B, Patrick Woodstock. Big up Celine Browning, P. Richards, Scorpio. Scorpio says, a snake and leather Andrew play. My God. Big up Star Girl. Desmond Mason, big up yourself. Michael Napier. And my brother there, Henry C. Big up yourself. So, I'm going to move on a bit now to another matter at hand, where it pertains to our electricity bill. And oftentimes we've seen them boasting about no new tax. They said no new tax for 10 consecutive years. Big up yourself, Fabian Anderson. The number is pinned at the top of the live chat. I will open the phone lines in a bit, but I want to get this part across. So it was indeed the Prime Minister who stated that, you know, they would have cut the GCT from the electricity bill from 15% to 7% starting this financial year. And he said this at their annual conference back in November last year. And I'm going to play that footage before I read out some information to Uno. So let me find it. So here is the footage.
We are going to transform the fiscal structure of the electricity market in Jamaica to ensure that it aligns with incentives, reduce the cost of onboarding, and increase options to the consumer. Listen to this one carefully. After the next budget, which is in March coming up, the government will reduce
GCT on electricity from 15%, which it is now, to 7%.
Shout, JLP!
We will. I tell you, I come here for business. I come here for action and for strong action.
So when you hear it there, so anyway I'm going, go for business. So all of the assumptions that are out there as it pertains to Usain Bolt's father funeral, we need no more. When he says he goes somewhere, he goes there for business. And I seen this circulating in the media space. And big up to Sir Byron from Mystic Sensation for sending this information to me. And so we seen this information being put out on April 29, 2025. And it says, starting in May 2025, there will be a lower general consumption tax, that's GCT, on electricity charges for residential customers. This and other changes were recently announced by the government of Jamaica and will result in savings for some residential customers of JPS. Lower GCT of 7% will be applied to all electricity used by residential customers effective May 1st, 2025. The new GCT rate replaces the 15% GCT that was previously applied to usage over 150 kilowatt per hour. Customers who did not pay GCT before because their usage was less than 150 kilowatt per hour will now pay GCT on electricity charges. However, these customers will benefit from a special government rebate and subsidy. So the government subsidy and rebate are as follows. Residential customers who use 250 kilowatt per hour of electricity or less for the billing period will receive a 3% government tax subsidy and a 7% government tax rebate. The rebate and subsidy will be shown as separate line items on the bills indicated below. Remember, the new GCT will apply to all electricity used by residential customers as of May 1st, 2025. This will be reflected on bills starting in June. And so I want to take it back a bit to this piece of information here. And this is a ministry paper, the revenue measures for financial year 2017 to 2018. It says the House is being reminded of the policy commitment to shift the burden of taxation from a system of direct taxes to a simplified system of indirect taxation. This will involve measures relating to the main indirect tax types, including general consumption tax, GCT, and special consumption tax, SCT. It will also involve balancing considerations regarding tax rate increases versus a progressive broadening of the tax base by reducing exemptions. This reform must also satisfy the objectives of revenue sufficiency, emphasize equity with regards to the burden of taxation, and facilitate administrative efficiency. It is within this context that the following mix of measures are proposed to be implemented for fiscal year 2017-2018. Special consumption taxes. Increase the special consumption tax payable in respect to fuel. The House is asked to recall that based on volatility of oil prices, it was prudent to provide for an additional increase last fiscal year to preserve the integrity of the revenues. The current increase is proposed in recognition of the need to protect the environment from increased carbon emissions. The increase ranges from 43 cents to $7.36 as detailed in the table below. General consumption tax. To support the policy shift towards indirect taxation, the GCT tax base is being progressively widened. In fiscal year 2017-2018, the following two measures are being proposed. Imposition of GCT in respect to group health insurance. In this regard, it is being proposed to impose a consumption tax on premiums in relation to the provision of health insurance. Remember them same one running out, saying that no new taxes. And what does impose mean? They might put it. So in this regard, it is being proposed to impose a consumption tax on premiums in relation to provision of health insurance. It is expected that this measure will yield approximately $1.88 billion, and it is being proposed to introduce the new regime as of April of 2017. Want to hear that? Reduction of the threshold for the application of GCT in respect to the consumption of residential electricity. The House may recall that the GCT on residential electricity was reimposed in April 2015 via the revenue measures financial year 2015 to 2016 on usage above 350 kilowatt per month. It is proposed that the threshold to reduce to 150 kilowatt per month. So back in 2015, they usually only put GCT if you use 350 kilowatt and above per month. So that's the only time you would have paid GCT on your electricity bill. This government came in and they brought that down to 150. Wanna see what I go on there, sir? The measure is expected to widen tax base and reduce distortions. House members are being asked to note that only users with consumption above 150 per month will be subject to the tax. It should be noted that despite this reduction in the threshold, some 60.7% of the total population of customers, or 323,364 of the most vulnerable residential customers, will therefore not be required to pay this tax. This measure can be seen as a part of the strategy to encourage energy conservation and the use of alternative sources of energy. And they were expected to collect 1.4 billion Jamaican dollars as of April of 2017. And so I want to play this footage here, so with this money we fight over Portmore.
Blessed love my Portmore family. So we just heard from Minister Favour Williams, her main budget presentation. Historic, first female finance minister in Jamaica. And Portmore, whole heap of goodies. For me, the best goodies, what? No new taxes. Alright, for 10 consecutive budgets, we've had a government that cares about you. No new taxes. Your light bill, you're going to be seeing a lot of savings on your light bill. GCT on light is at 15%, and this government led by Andrew Wallace, as Minister Favour Williams has said, is cutting the GCT on your light bill to 7%.
Big up yourself, Ron James. He says, I wonder if the people really listen and check the facts. Deception all around. I am going to pull up back after finish reading that information from the 2017-2018 revenue measures. That's a ministry paper. I am now going to pull back up this information sent out from Team JPS. I'm also going to play back what the Prime Minister stated in their annual conference. It never seemed to me that they would let all the customers pay this 7%. That's not what I got from it. So as Ron James is stating right there, deception all around. This piece of information sent out by Team JPS is saying that, and I want you to follow where I have this cursor. The new GCT will apply to all electricity used by residential customers as of May 1st, 2025. So when him run out and him talk about 7%, I thought that it would have only been for those who are using the 150 and over kilowatt per month. But this is saying that all those who use electricity, whether you use 10 kilowatt for the month, whether you use 1, whether you use 100, all electricity used by residential customers, they will have to pay this new GCT. So it's a way to get everybody regularized, it's a way to get everybody to pay some taxes. Because think about it, if it was only those who are using 150 and over was paying this 15%, when they have all now on it, don't nothing say them and collect more tax. Think about it. They have yet once more deceived the people. Listen to the man again.
We are going to transform the fiscal structure of the electricity market in Jamaica to ensure that it aligns with incentives, reduce the cost of onboarding, and increase options to the consumer. Listen to this one carefully. After the next budget, which is in March coming up, the government will reduce GCT on electricity from 15%, which it is now, to 7%.
From 15% to 7%, and everybody are real up. Me never buy this from day one still, you know. Because with him, there's always some hidden thing. With him, there's always a catch to certain things. With him, being so deceptive, being so lie, we know said there was something coming with this. So, to the people where never did I pay no GCT because I no use past 150 for the month, that is out the door now. Everybody right across the board will have to pay this 7%. Everybody right across the board will have to pay this 7% GCT. Think about that. So when him come out with that at the annual conference, trying to win over the people, keeping that vital piece of information to himself, but only coming out to say that they will cut the electricity to 7%, the GCT to 7%. Trying to one up on the people. See it here? See the reality here right in front of you. Big up yourself, Nordstar. Big up Danet Ariat. Big up Missy T. See it here right in front of you. And when we come out and tell you say this man you want really one trickster, one trick yard, con man. Some of them supporters are run out and say we depend on Andrew Holness name and we depend this and we supposed to depend him name. We supposed to call him name because he is the Prime Minister of the country and he's not above any of us why we can't call him name. He's not above scrutiny. He offered himself to serve the public. And when we hear from the shout him have 28 bank accounts, he's fighting our Integrity Commission. Him and him parliamentarians on his side have not signed the Integrity Commission Code of Conduct. He's taking our Integrity Commission to court for an act that he passed into law. He's taking them to court to demand them to certify statutory declaration when he has been withholding information from them. He's also taking them to court to strike out illicit enrichment out of the act. And we see what is going on with our independent bodies that is there to hold them all accountable. Them water down, no staff no dead. The staff them not there to capacity. People that are not qualified for a certain post are being pushed up in it. We learned recently that at the FID where his case was referred to, is the IT manager or the director, him not know nothing about investigation. They are being starved. They're working with 80 other employees. And they should be filled to capacity of 230. And the list goes on and on. They impose tax on health insurance, but they come out year after year and telling us that no new tax. They said they lower the GCT, but when in reality, everybody now have to pay this 7%. Everybody has to pay this 7%. So with all that being said, and with all that I showed you throughout this live video and in this latter part, what more do you want to see this man do to fully come to the realization that time has come for real? And the time is now. Look what they are doing to our teachers. Them are trying to run with the teacher them even faster. When, as I heard Damien said, they're giving them pro-back salary and want to take out Ben's money out of them if they're found in breach of this JTC bill where them are imposed by the teacher them. A teacher have to license now to teach. And that teacher who is licensed can only teach one subject. When you hear a teacher calling the program last week saying that she's a primary school teacher, I've been in the profession for 25 years. And this is the stupidest bill we should ever see. They have gotten copies of it. And we see now that the JTA is pushing back at the government. Because this is more of a punishment than really standing with our teachers. And the 8 parliamentarians who are under investigation for illicit enrichment, those who have been charged by the Integrity Commission, get away with a slap on the wrist. The teacher them never get 200 and 300% increase. But yet still, they will be fined if they're found in breach of between $500,000 to $1.5 million. What can go so? ABR family, see the number at the top of the screen there, so. I don't think I need to say anything more on this. I want to hear from some of you. Betrayal upon betrayal. Look at this big betrayal here as it pertains to electricity bills. Look at the betrayal upon our essential workers. Look at the betrayal upon the Jamaican people. The teachers are calling this bill a travesty, a betrayal. The teachers, them are already leaving because of the little chupans where them are give them. Enough of them, when they come out and tell lies, so the teacher them own more homes and them not build more homes than a PNP administration. So how could it be that teachers are owning more homes under this government when him don't even build half of the 70,000 houses where him say him a build? The teacher, them a make no point blank say the house them where some of them own. And the PNP administration them own them. And some of them are dead left house and dead left car them have. Enough of them have to take to the Americas and other foreign countries just to pay their mortgage. This government has strayed away from the mandate of the NHT, but wants to come out now to lie. Looking votes from the teachers them. Looking votes from the police them, saying that they stand with the police them and yet still. The police them can't get them overtime pay. The police them can't get them retroactive, but yet still they stand with the police. Trying to create divide as if the JFJ is against the police them. The JFJ is not against the police. And I don't think that the police them should be against JFJ. But this is how they want to make it seems. We have to stand in unity. And we have to read between the lines. This man here show we who him is, the man that taught the things them. And we still have some people that behave as if them blind and them deaf. The number to call in is 954-288-6467. WhatsApp only. I want to hear from the ABR family and viewers. What I want to say about this? The 7% GCT goes for all, not some. Those who use less than 150 kilowatt for the month, you still have to pay this GCT. Yeah. You have to pay this 7% GCT. This government cannot be trusted, none at all. Cannot be trusted any at all. But oftentimes them supporters them don't listen to what they are saying and trying to rationalize it. Then run with everything where them say all them do a shake bill and them don't understand nothing. Big up yourself, Ron. The number to call in, I want to hear from some of you. Dalton Baker. In the meantime, we are going to reverse the curse, because we can't make no error for this election coming. Once them call it, you have to go out and vote. Blessed morning, my sister, Miss Winnie. How you doing?
Good morning, Rose. How are you, darling?
I'm alright. How you doing?
How is Princess?
She's alright. She's in school. You're live. What says you on all of what was said in this live?
All of it? No one should trust that man as far as you can spit. The man is a conniving, lying, so and so. And he trick the people them all the time, and they fall for it and jump up like mosquito biting them or bees. What's wrong with these people? Don't they have any sense? Don't they realize this man is a trickster? And he can, he said he can turn it up and turn it down. So that's what he's doing.
He might turn it up.
Look good and turn it. He's not, and by the way, he don't have no shame. He got a late invitation to Mr. Bolt funeral service, and he'll go. That man don't have no shame. He don't have no. I don't know what to say. I think he's a split personality. I really feel I should do, and get some tests done. I mean, I think he reminds me of Trump.
Bipolar.
Yeah, and split personality all in one.
My
Bipolar
God.
and split personality. I think Andrew got that. You really need some medication to calm him down.
My God. Why?
Just from stop telling lies.
Medication can't help him.
He needs some good injection. Put him in size 20, in wards 21.
No,
He's
sir.
mad.
He's mad.
How can he treat the people, trick them about the light, and now they got to go and pay that interest? And what you call it? I'm not, that man. So the poor man now who just can't even pay their light. My cousin, server right, she should get 1,000 on her light bill, 1,000% should get. She voted for them and she believed in them. And now she called me and tell me 60,000 for her light bill, and it's only about 2 of them in the house. So I laugh and say, good, that's what you vote for. You get. Right, so if they turn off your light, you got to go back to kerosene oil and candle. A lot of people got to go back to it. Do you know a lot of people that living in some, area that, you would say they're upper class or in between class?
Yeah.
A lot of them only eating sardine and mackerel and rice, because they got to live up to the standard what people think they are. If you open their dustbin, you only see sardine or is it mackerel in there? Not even corned beef. Because they cannot pay their bills. They're living above their means.
My God.
But the neighbor don't, they drive the car, but what is in their cupboard? What is in their cupboard? It's hard. It really is hard. And Onus is really having a laugh at the people now. Look, how can I trick them now? The man have no shame. He don't think of the poor or in between. He only think of himself, his 2 kids. I don't even think he think of size 13.
But that's why he said that he's battling for their minds.
He can't battle which mind? The only mind is that is only the selfish mind.
My goodness.
Not the one who go to school and learn and listen to what the teachers are saying and stop being a bad boy or a bad girl.
True.
Taking your education. Today world is not when I was at school in 60, in 59, 60, and all those, those were ABC.
Yeah.
We didn't matter. But today you got to be in another world.
Yeah.
You have to be versatile in everything that's going on.
True.
So I have 4 grandkids, and 3 of them speak 4 different languages. Right? Because they know not my grandkids, I'm talking, not my children, my grands. Because they realize, if they don't suit in this job and they go abroad, they can speak the language. Today, children should be able to speak the language. You can go on YouTube and type in the language you want to learn. And instead of listening to nasty music, your parents got to be more strict.
True.
But the parents got to go out to wash people's clothes and, come home late. They can't help their children.
My God. That's the
because
reality.
That's Miss Ross, that's the reality, darling. Today, people, listen, I have a cousin that went washing. And when she go, I think the woman give every family clothes for her to wash. She just tell the lady yes, and when the lady gone, she went through the door as well. Because she couldn't wash 10 days of washing. Huh?
My
and
God.
And expect to pay $3,000 for that. Yes, Miss, but I'm telling you the honest truth. I can tell you where off here.
My God.
The woman gave her clothes. She have it there must be for 3 months pile up and call her to do some washing. She said, yes, ma'am. All right, when you come, you're going to pay me. Yes, she said yes. She just walked. When the woman gone, she gone too.
Mm-hmm.
Because she couldn't be calling her. And she have a washing machine and won't let her use the washing machine for her to sit down and wash with her hand.
She gotta be kidding.
No, people are really, some of these people are wicked to the ordinary people have to come and wash for them.
True.
You know, and it's very hard, but they still like that bipolar and schizophrenic man. Good luck to them.
Mm-hmm.
If they believe in him, good luck. But I'm telling the real people out there, kick out Andrew, his wife, Chuck, the whole lot of them. I want 63 love. I don't want them to get one seat.
And that me say too. Clean sweep.
Clean sweep by the mighty, by the help of the mighty God.
Yeah.
63.
Mm-hmm.
Let them send Andrew to where St. Lucia, where he have his house. But while he going to St. Lucia, he should make a diversion to America and they hold on to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really, Miss Ross, Jamaica, if this man ever win the government, did Jamaica finish, you know?
I'm at Golden time now.
Oh, Mr. Golden. And when you're going, sir, you got to ask the people to give you 2 years to clean up the mess.
Mm-hmm.
You can't promise for no 100 days. You cannot do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need at least a year or 2 years to clean up the mess.
My God.
First of all, you got to clean up the hospital. You got to do the school. Yes, you got to do the road.
Complete transformation. Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Listen, I have a friend. He said, she lives in Portland. She's the one that telling me about the Susumba. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And she, in 1 month, she have to buy 2 new tires. That's how bad the road is.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. The whole of Jamaica it's run down. Flat bridge should be fixing up. All the bridges that don't have no barrier should have barrier.
True.
Something needs to be done. It's either God forgive me for using the word, or the Lord come and take Jamaica in one sweep.
My God.
Because Jamaica is in a bad way. The whole of the world now, especially the other Caribbean country, is laughing at us. We were the number one, but Owen bring us that man, I can't even call his name, bring Jamaica to nothing now. All the Caribbean country are laughing at us.
Mm-hmm.
Laughing their head off. We were the proud. We were the best. We in Atlantic, in running and everything cricket. We were number one.
Yeah.
Now we are number nothing. Andrew, and now the girls them. Look at the girls them that did win some game. That woman she gone meet them. I hear that woman, but I don't. Not this age, but I cannot detest them. I hate them so bad. I can't even get the word to tell Andrew need to go like now.
Mm-hmm.
He and his wife and his 2 picnic and everyone in the parliament should go. Every 63 I want. I don't want him to get one seat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want no recount to give them a chance.
Yeah.
Straight kick them out. I want Andrew to be first to lose his seat. Anyway, girl, I am so mad I can't even talk properly here. I'm so mad to see that. At my age, I can't say I want to go home now. Where am I going to go home to? A mash up country? Huh? You know why they're killing off the little young boys? Because those one that they killed, they're the one who can tell the other younger boys who to vote for, and they believe that. They're taking out the people who can influence the other ones to vote.
Oh.
You understand? Andrew is doing it, and one day he won't be able to sleep. They got to put him with injection to sleep and injection to wake him up. I hear you, yeah?
All right, my sister. Thank you for calling. Blessings.
I call it calculator.
All right. Blessed morning, my caller. You live?
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I am listening to the show, and from last week, I wanted to say something. Hold on, I'm turning on this TV. From last week, I have something bothering me, and I need something to say. You see, the reason I was looking at the utility bill, the electricity bill.
Yeah.
All of this is being done because this man and his cronies know that a lot of us don't read. We don't read that well. So when the bills come, you just go and hit your teeth and say, you know how me light bill gone up so much or whatever. Because they're not thinking that he said it's going to reduce the GCT or they're going to take off the GCT, whatever they say. So people don't read, they only complain. So they can push it anywhere they want. But you know what? This man, I find him to be, I don't even is either. I think he's a clown. He's doing the whole administration. It's a clown show. For some of them, when you look at them, you wonder if these are real people. I don't think they're real. Because if you look at the other side, in their orange uniforms, in their orange shirts, these are happy, pleasant people. I'm not saying everybody is perfect, but these people look different from you can see they care. But one thing I have to say to them, when you treat God's little children like piece of trash, because God, he loves all of us, and especially those little babies. When you mistreat them, and I don't say they're brutalizing them like using whips and sticks to beat them, but when you deprive them of food, you deprive them of health services, their mothers die in child's birth because of your neglect. Watch out the hands of God. The writing is on the wall. The last thing I want to say, this is what I wanted to say from last week. There is a cancer in our backs in this country, Jamaica. There's a cancer. And the cancer, all the lesions in the cancer equals Andrew Holness, Horace Chang, Delroy Chuck, Paula Llewellyn, and members of the judiciary. I am not putting my mouth on the ground and talk. These are the cancerous people in our midst.
My God.
The whole of them. There is a thing that we call grease palm in this country. There's a thing we call grease palm. And this is what is wrecking lives.
Yeah.
This is what is wrecking lives because these people, I look, for example, last week, this lady, Miss Sophie. Look at me. I want Andrew Holness and Horace Chang and the other one with M. Carl Tufton. I want to ask them, how many times have they been into a labor room at one of the hospitals in where they come from and have labor pain and have a child? That woman felt pain to have her 4 or 5 children where she have. And now she's grieving one, not even going to find her bones. Can't even find her bones to lay them to rest peacefully. And because of some corruption going on, you come to court last week coming to tell people that, oh, you have witnesses. What were you doing from last year? So you see where the corruption lies. I'm mixing up ABR. I'm mixing up everything in one because I am hurting for that.
Yeah, man, I understand what you're saying.
All the other people,
I understand what you're saying.
I am hurting for that. Yes, I'm hurting for Miss Sophie and all the other people who have lost their children. And my second thought is, this man, which prime minister is going to tell, which head of state is going to tell people, talk like this, telling people, oh, you either meet the judge or meet your maker. That's coming from somebody who wants to be a dictator. Because if you love the people of your country, your first warning is going to tell the young men, get a job, go to school, get a job, and get off the streets so that you don't have to encounter the security forces. But no, you're telling them, You don't put anything in place for them to educate themselves or enhance what they have already. You're just ready to mow them down. And this is the other part of this story that bothers me. When you do that to them, you go and kill them or shoot them, cripple them in wheelchair walking around. Then at election time, now you're going to want to run to everybody and asking them for you are the better person. Which part are you better, old clown? Eh? You must be a damn circus clown, make you behave in that way. You ever watch the man act like he's coming out of Hollywood acting? Drama. Sure, man. I mean, there's a lot that I could say, but these 5 cancerous growths in Jamaica, Paula Llewellyn, Delroy Chuck, Horace Chang, Andrew Holness, and the woman, the snake that they call Flavor Williams. She is the number 5. She is, I don't know why this woman sell out her soul to this devilish man. Why? You're going into parliament telling people when they get extra $2,000. We said that something hurt me, burn me. $2,000, they can't put it away because it wasn't something that they had before. And when they get this, you could save it to buy what? Buy what? $2,000 can't even buy a bag of grocery at the supermarket. So those people, they're going to use it to enhance them children's lives if they do get it.
True.
Because I understand right now some of this between security force, what I was hearing the other night, and Mystic program. Security force, some of them get all of their salary. If they get it, $60,000 short. This one to get paid from when it not get, teachers pay short and something. So how you talking from one side of your mouth and the other side saying something else? What you think the teacher is going to do? They're going to run away if they can, idiots. They're going to run away.
True.
The ones who can escape the slavery mentality. Andrew want to put back plantation in Jamaica. That's what he's trying to do. Because if you want to keep 90% of the population fully done, then you want a plantation system where you're bringing in your Chinese friends and you're bringing in your friends from India and you're bringing in your friends from all over the world and the Caribbean, rich people. Put them in the big houses that you take housing trust money, which I paid into, but guess what? When I ready for my money, uno better have it because uno either going shut me up and send me to my maker or uno going give me my money.
True.
Okay. Because guess what? You take people housing trust money. I paid into that system for 16 years and I need my money. Listen, you take it and you put it into trust over SSL or wherever you put it. I want to gamble on it and get rich. And people who paid into it before you even had a job, they can't get anything from it. Because of the grease palm system, this damn under the table collecting. And poor people who work them butt off have to be suffering now, and you live in your palatial home. I don't grudge you because I know I want you to be listening to Mr. because your password is bad man, but me no bad man. And my last thing is you call us dogs the other day. But listen, I will take the name of a dog because dogs are my best friends sometimes. They are my best friends. And I'm a dog, but guess what? My handler taught me how to flush a toilet, and I will say no more. Have a good day, Miss ABR.
All right, bless up yourself, sis. Thanks for calling. Woolly from that caller right there, so. Andrew Holness, your time done. Blessed morning, my brother. You're live on the ABR show. What says you?
Hey, pleasant morning, ABR, and all who is on the chat right now. Thanks for continuing to be a stalwart.
Definitely.
As far as lifting the consciousness, lifting the visibility, because, listen, me now go means no words. Jamaica people are done, you know.
My God.
And, you know, It is by design, but we so don't.
Not all of we do, but me understand what you say.
Yeah, but all the money of in a power. If we not done, and you see, we have to look for ourselves in the mirror, you know. And from me I grow, I always ensure I make myself accountable. I have never blamed anybody for anything that I've been involved in that went wrong. It is my fault.
At some point we have to stand accountability, yeah?
Well, me start with it.
Definitely.
Because listen, the people get the government what them deserve. The people get the government what them deserve. Why am I saying that? Because you have an electoral system. It is not like somebody drop some bomb on the country and come take it over. You line up and go in a one place, go put them in a power.
True.
And you go do it. So deal with it. Deal with it. Now, having dealt with it for the last 9 years, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do next? Are you going to forget all of what happened for 9 years and then some little things are thrown in front of you and you just run, go back? That's why I say Jamaica people don't. And this is all planned and strategized. This is all planned and strategized. Me now call him no clown. That is the one thing we disagree about, because the characterization of a clown, in my mind, is somebody who has no value except to make jokes.
Yeah.
And right now, them man are foot in our neck. The man are not clown, them are demon.
From the pit, my God.
Clown make people happy.
Nah, make me happy.
People feel glad. Me nah give them that term, that too complimentary.
Them are wicked.
Them are demon from the pit of hell. I've never seen such evil. And I see people that say, Usain Bolt not for shame. And listen, the youth have to do that. Him have to do it.
Why you say that?
The money will kill you, you know. I like
Hey!
Listen. The youth have sense. The youth have saved them life. You can't imagine.
By playing the hypocrite with them.
Listen, Prime Minister come and hear thing and camera the point in machine and I dead your dead boy.
Me understand. Remember when them do Tanya Stephen the other day? On two separate occasions. You hear say Andrew rape her. So how do we take rape and make that be a cost to somebody? Somebody was robbed of their innocence, robbed of them sacredness, and people are gonna use that and curse people. My God.
Listen, I'm telling you. Now what you think, I'm gonna say the youth, after how much years, 2-3 years, the man are waiting, and the man gonna make mistake, because most mistake he make, must go up on one program and talk about the money. Here man say, what kill that? We are the turn thing of politics. The man $2 billion.
When we work hard for, can you imagine?
The man 2 billion with a B, and him nothing say nothing. And then, me show you them evil in a girl. I tell you, I don't see Jamaica just as crime and statistics and numbers. I see this on a spiritual level. And we under demonic curse. Blood are run all boat. Man are dead all boat. Man are going a river, go worship river spirit for money. And
water demons.
The place want a bomb, man. Me now just look on nothing as no statistics and no number. There's a spiritual realm, because unless no God not there. Unless no God not there. But once God there, we are living in a spiritual realm. And we only see, you see, if your spiritual eyes not open, you always are going to just see things on a linear level. You just are going to see one set of things. Oh, crime eye. You look again and say, oh, Cuss living eye. Oh, the man is this and that. No, everything spiritually connected. You put this man in power, but guess what? Are you going to learn? Are you going to learn from the issues that you made mistakes with? Are you going to learn?
That is the $1 million question. I could see what them are going to do now.
Going to learn. So everything I got show them now. I mean, I tell you, me not really confident in Jamaica people like that,
Mighty God.
We do licky, man.
5,000 on a box food.
I say we too licky.
That I mash them up, the licky mentality.
Listen, from your boy, you know, me was a little boy where I don't know what more when me born and thing, but when me born at a time when people even rate black as nothing and it worse when we come from get up. I was one that said, like, why life so hard? But then I dig into it and realize, say, listen, this have come from long time, you know.
Definitely.
This have come from people thief from Africa and carry come out. But you see, my thing was, me have break that cycle in my brain. But we kind of programmed to do this, you know. And that's why Michael Manley couldn't succeed. Because you have to take people out of one comfort zone. I take you out of comfort zone, you know, where we just look to Mars and we take a piece of saltfish or bust ourselves, we take and we're all right and we're hungry and you bring one little scraps come through. And the man I try to show you, say, if you stand up on your foot, you know. And then all kind of people just throw some mackerel and some herring across the pathway and the people them who really and truly make the money, because there are people who benefit from us living like this, you know?
Yeah.
There are people who benefit from us living like this. Like everyone go me and say, you know, like how them used to say Jamaica is a land of rum bar and church. Well, no, we is a land of car mart and gas station. There's more car mart and gas station per square mile beat out any bar and beat out any church.
My goodness.
I'm dear a man for go do a survey. Me dear a man for go do a survey and tell me I'm nothing different. And you see, when you know look deep, because all of them gas stations, them put gas under the earth, you know. We don't know the integrity of what them put on there. We just have mash up the place. We just have mash up the place.
Trigger off them man-made disasters, you know.
I'm telling you. But it come back to the people, you know.
Definitely so.
Because if you put your vote in the box, you know, keep your mouth quiet. And live with what you say, I go on, because the power in a year, and you have to take $5,000.
Yeah, and give them the power.
$5,000.
Yeah.
But it come back to what your brain programmed for.
My
you
goodness.
only programmed a piece of saltfish.
A belly
you
full.
tell yourself, say, yeah, trust
a
me.
belly full for today or maybe tomorrow. Cause how far 5K can go? How far 5K Jamaican dollar can go?
Girl, let me tell you, I always practice myself. Because I grew up poor, you know, but I always practice myself. Don't love food. Nobody from your boy can't catch me with food. Because as I tell myself, say, you say food, it will lead you astray. It will lead you astray. Watch a little show, you know, because I tell you, everything tied up, you know, no matter how you put the things together. Watch a little show, my boy, you know. A Chinese family, them put them in a captivity. And the young little boy, you know, and little baby, you know, not about 2 hours, so, you know, no stop ball for food, you know, and so my ball for food, so the enemy come and I hear my ball, and the father have to kill him, you know. For save the rest of the family, you know, because you have ball for food. He was crying for food and for saving the rest of the family. That child had to be killed.
My goodness.
To stop the soul of the crying for food. So, me learn from them time there. So, listen, you know what? Me personally now make food be something where food overrated. Because food get out Marcus Garvey. Food, if you check our history, other countries have other things that make people betray people, you know. We say our history, like a belly full. Where's the cooking so good? Like a curry goat. Like a jerk chicken. Like a, food is that thing, it's so powerful. So that's our cultural thing. But I'm sorry, you know, me is a cycle breaker. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Food overrated.
We have to break the cycle.
Yeah, man, food overrated. So I don't know if the sufferation will change nothing. Now watch, because I'm really not just Jamaica people. Them two don't.
My God.
I'm one of them, you know. But me just as say, as a people, me one and two little people who have sense can't make no difference in this. Everybody or the majority of you say, no, man.
True.
Or the majority of you say, no, nobody bring nothing come now, you know. Because I'm tell you the levels that I look on this. All of them benefits here, when me say accelerate, is also to deplete the resources of the country in the event that these guys lose them.
And that are going, yes?
So incoming people now, not when they come in a coffers empty, but this is a regular thing. Come time to see election cycle, them, this is a
Regular thing. Mm-hmm.
You empty out because the man are not really used to it, you see. Them always over covered PJ, you know, for 18 years, it burn them, you know.
What?
Because them know so them never passed 2 terms yet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if me can think off at the top of my head. Jamaica Labour Party has never passed 2 terms.
Yeah, no, none of them.
PJ got 4. So that I just will show you say bad mind in them belly, and I saw them stay in a car. If you see how them treat each other, you know, you would have wonder, you know.
Then it now play out in front of way.
Me say them kill them and that's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? I say them no ramp, them me I tell you see there's a whole heap of half shoot to being illiterate and dark and ignorant, and that you see, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
So me don't know. Me used to hear them say Jamaica a PNP country. Me used to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Me no know. But what go on you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, as I say, corruption has moved from being a disgrace, moved from being an anomaly, moved from being a pariah, to just being expected. It's the modus operandi. It's not the culture.
Normalize. Mm-hmm.
It's not. The thing normalize.
Mm-hmm.
How Chinese man invest so much money, build so much facility, and start fix up some vehicle, and you can say you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Who let them take come
make that make sense. Mm-hmm.
Who you go investigate. So here's my theory now. As me say, based on the cultural new norm of, as the lady said, grease palm, of which number 28 a lead all of that. Because the country say where you leave, where you see from top and all that, everybody follow, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And most people tell themselves, if him can do it, why not me?
Yeah, true.
And that is why it is so important to lead. But guess what? We don't know. We don't know. we just not care again.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I'm going to leave with you, because I'm young, you know. I'm telling you, say, when you have experience and know history, it's a hell of a thing, you know. I'm going to share something with you.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Michael Manley, by his standards, actually died poor. By comparison, comparatively.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, him going to politics better after him come out of politics.
Mm-hmm.
And did you know that after his death, there began to be a little aphorism? You hear them say, me now love politics like Michael, I'm dead broke. Out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we say, 40 years or however many years later, this is the new culture now.
Mm-hmm.
Me now going to politics for the people. Me now going to politics to build a country. Me now going to politics for rich.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the culture change. Who don't know about it? Me I tell you that's how the culture go.
Mm-mm.
Michael Manley never named in one scandal. In my entire career. No money scandal.
Mm-hmm.
So, them little sign they was sending signals to the people. Because in them days, people have to keep them surroundings clean and all of them things. Them man, they put work in a Labour Day if you have to go out and clean up your place and civic pride high. And look on Jamaica now, a garbage heap.
Mm-hmm.
Every community have 2-3 garbage heap, and you want to know the wickedest thing? Which part them say don't show the garbage, that's the garbage are the most.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, say no dumping is like you tell people say a dumping right or something. The country gone, man. No, girl. Because I say, I come from times and things different. You know, when ghetto people used to be the cleanest people. Because we tell ourselves not to get to it and say, hey, we not thief like people and we're going to keep our place clean. We don't have no money, but to clean. Them is the... So, you know, it's a quantum leap.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quantum leap for me because it's gone far. It's gone far. I tell you, it's gone far. I've been watching for a while.
Definitely.
But I got, you know, at the end of the day, I got, you know. Because if him, yeah, man, because if you had this guy too much, it make a evil man rule over you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, if you read the Bible, you see them things, man. So, you know, we have to clean up ourselves. We keep on a point, but we have to start with ourselves. We have to clean up ourselves first.
True.
And then we can have the moral authority, you know. But... yeah, I might feel the words that for the morning, you know.
All right, thank you, my brother. Respect every time.
Yeah, man, take care.
Very insightful there from our brother. He spoke out, and what my takeaway from all of that, basically I make you know say there's a message in all that has been going on. There's a message, and we have the power. We elect them, and we have the power, and we can't keep selling our votes for $5,000. Blessed morning, my sis. How you doing? You're live.
Blessed morning, Materials. Good morning, and good morning to all your listeners. I'm just saying why this shameless Andrew won't call the election. Because I'm not shame enough. If you look at him at Bolt funeral yesterday, look at him. Him look like you know when you want shame, you can see it all over the man's face now. But anyway, what me have to say, him put out this thing about light bill. I want the people them realize that Andrea is a trickster and a tricky man trick them. Because I want them vote. But Jamaican people don't go back there and make this man fool them, you know, with all them foolishness, you know. Yeah, at time people lift up.
Yeah.
At time people lift up him for call the election, man. He might do everything before him call the election. He might try to gain momentum. And it's not gonna happen.
He can't come back.
At times him lift up, man. Him for call the election, man. Him too unfair, man. Come on, man. Call the blast election, get it over and done. Every country run them election and done. Why you are well like you're a bully? Come on. Call the election, man. Because you're not interested in the people. You don't love the people, them, man. You love your pocket alone, man. Call the election, man. People who love them country, fight for them country, man. I bet he never come out and speak on the African guy's side. Him afraid like a push. He never know him afraid. Him afraid. Him not brave, sir.
You can't even walk in that the youth, the slippers, much as sometimes.
Exactly. Him not brave, sir. I'm going to weed the sitting stuff and come up, go there. Him not going to say a word. Him, look at him. Him cold like a push. All he want for know, say, I get the money for full in pocket. And me, they are wait for him for call the election. Me want him call the election. What am I wait for? Call the blast election. All along you dry it out for. For what? That is unfair. That
people
is not
them
fair.
ready.
Call the election, man. That me there say, man. Call the election, man. Him too unfair, man. But guess what happened? He might try to hold on. Look at him. And he trying to hold on this. We call it election because him definitely don't want to leave. He know where they want to leave. If them people give Andrew a next chance, we sorry for them because there's no more election as far as me see the way how this man move. This man going to put in some all kind of laws and this and that not to have any more election. He might go and run the country like the one of Israel. You know them country they were them alone control. And that Andrew a head fan people. Them say that in a head fan, you know.
But them stay there, no?
For call the election, man. For call the damn election, man. Come on, man. If you call the election, him too unfair, man. I'm going to like him a bully like him big and him bad. If you call the freaking election, man, that we can't say, Miss Road.
All right,
you look on him yesterday at the funeral, him look shame like a dog. But you don't have none, him have to show up. Answer Bolt invite him. At the end of the day, both will invite him, yes, because she had done the prime minister already. And both the fool now, both knows them take him out tonight. I think he's an idiot. Now because him a Labourite, him know them stay, him know them take him out. The man a play the game with them. Here, that him a do. Him no fool. The man want him life and him family. Him no fool, you know.
Yeah, for wise in a Gideon, you know.
Yeah, for wise in a Gideon. Him no fool. Him know them stay. And that should never be. Yes, I mean, I come boy I run like you. Come on, Andrew. The first man is in I have no shame. All right, Miss Rose.
All right, bless up, Mrs. Thank you for calling.
Cool.
So we seeing some saying that you seeing have play it smart. Another set saying you seeing and them are the same thing. Big up yourself, Darlene Robinson, Valerie, God Favor, big up yourself, Adrian Francis, Brownman, Shauna Smith, Carl Robinson, Kimon, big up on yourself. Thanks for joining the live. There you have it, ABR family, from our callers there. Some agreeing with what you saying did. Another set not, accepting that. Say you saying shouldn't shake him and you saying shouldn't give him no acknowledgement. But you see when people come out and be objective against this Prime Minister, how the Labourites them behave. As one of the callers say, you know, them dunceness come out. Them people that will cuss you about all your trauma, to tell you say, you get rape and all kind of story. That is how low and how stupid they can get. I seen a comment from Henry C saying, what hurt me was when Vegas said Bolt should put on a concert or go back, go run. Henry C, big up yourself, but you shouldn't even put that in the chat because that would get anybody upset. Because me reading that now just, you know, irritate me a while ago. Big up yourself, Navlet Williams. Michael Evans, big up yourself. Bolt should put on a concert or go back, go run. You know, she said that the man there when he in Vegas now, no sense. Some wouldn't even give him no highlight here, some wouldn't even try to acknowledge him here, so. You understand? But as I come off this live, remember the 3 C's. Choices, chances, changes. You must make a choice to take a chance or your life will never change. We cannot keep seeing what this man is doing, fighting for a 3rd term just to boost his ego, just to say that he has done it, he has made history to be the first Labour Party Prime Minister or government to get a 3rd term. That is the only reason we see him pushing for this 3rd term. He has not built a school in his tenure. Corruption highest under his administration. Him come out, him take platform, every little slang, him run with it, trying to gain popularity. Him come out and him tell what people them on public platform, fully dunce. And as one of the callers stated, the people are looking on to him, so if there's no example at the end of the stream, you think the bottom are better? Look at the failures in our education system. Them get it at 80% and it gone down to 18%. And they come in now trying to chastise our teachers with this bill. Want to basically fine and sentence with teachers them. Basically a punishment to our teachers. Some teachers are calling it the crucifixion. And so much cloud hanging over his head. And we hear the Labourites calling for due process for him. But yet still he came out and it said that the young men or criminals, as he put it, should meet the judge or meet their makers. But then again, we don't see many of them meeting any judge. Is the maker story going on? 100 and odd police killings. And they're making it seem as if all of those gentlemen or all of those are criminals. Not all of them are criminals. And we have someone who head our country who is under a whole heap of bangarang, whole heap of clouds. He cannot be certified, should not be on the ballot, but he's fighting and pushing for a 3rd term. ABR family and viewers, well-thinking Jamaicans, we cannot make any error for this general election to come. No matter how him go a funeral and them go for go look political mileage, no matter which part him go, whether them want to take it to the schools, because we see them are going to the schools them, going on tours and politics them are pushing at the schools them, trying to win over the young people them. But no matter where it goes, the people have made up their mind. One of the callers just now saying that him not have faith in the Jamaican people, but let us see what they will do if they will really collect 5,000 a box food for the members of parliament, them come diss them and tell them say them ungrateful and cuss and class them when time then come out come talk about the things that they are not fulfilling, the things that they promise them. Big up yourself, Cecilia, big up yourself. Again, Adrian. Let us see what the people will do. This is the runway to the future of Jamaica. No room for error, no room for mixed signal, no room for mistake. And so the people has the power, but the people oftentimes give them power for little and nothing. And when you can't say when you want change and when you sit down on the yard when the election date come, when you have to go out and vote. Go out and vote. Overwhelm the system. Turn up the voter turnout. Do not sit at home and look at crowd. Go into the People's National Party's campaign and conferences and feel like that is all. Crowd don't win election. The votes win election. The votes count. So go out on the numbers, same like how you can run out of the campaign them and run out of the conferences them. When you go out early and vote. We know so them are going to come with all kind of intimidation and all sort of stuff for deter the people them from vote. But stay alerted, don't be scared to go out and vote. The election process supposed to be fair and free from fear and intimidation of our people. So when you go out in groups then, if you don't want to go out by yourself, go out in groups, go out early. All those who are working, you have 3 hours for leave the workplace for go and vote. Overwhelm the system to the point where when the victory call or when the count off done, the PNP are win by how much 10,000. Now give them an opportunity for ball for the magisterial recount. When I want a close finish, landslide finish, clean sweep, you have to go out and vote. That is the last part of this message we are going. And every time I come up on a live, this is what I'm going to end with. You have to go out there and vote. I want you all to support Major Daps on this album here. You can find this album on any digital platform. Support the album. This album was done many years ago, and we see that the message in this album is resonating with what is going on today. The album is titled Jamaica, Heart of the World. I want to support it. It's on Amazon, it's on iTunes, it's on all digital platforms. I'm going to play a little sample of it. I want to support the other social media warriors them out there. Everybody have them opinion. We can't fight nobody upon them opinion, but we want the truth to prevail in all aspects.
This one is against the oppressor man who oppress the little ghetto youth man. Ghetto youth, run them well. Them too wicked. Don't let them come near your hand. Alright?
Thanks to you, Heart of the World. This prolific album is both inspiring and uplifting. It captures the pain and joy of the people while advocating for rights and justice with tracks like Your Pain, No Mining, Warning, and title track Heart of the World. Play your music by purchasing or streaming the Heart of the World album on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and all digital platforms. Heart of the World by Major Daps, produced by Jam Music Enterprise and Theotype Studio.
So that is the message there. Support this album. Stream it, download it. Support it at all costs. And remember the message in all of this. Uno have the power, exercise the power. Don't make them take the power from Uno. For little and nothing, no make them buy Uno out. Feed Uno $5,000. Can't do nothing. No matter how much money them come with, Uno go out and vote. We have to vote for our children and our grandchildren's future. Them set them foundation, them set legacy for them children. As one of the callers say, back then we had leaders who love and care for the Jamaican people. Them ya set there we in now is just for themselves. Them going in the poor and them say them now come out poor. Our Prime Minister has 28 bank accounts and the Labourites are calling for due process for him. Right? And them are water down the independent bodies, them will hold them accountable. Open on the eyes, Jamaican people. Don't get tricked this time around. The time has come and the time is now. We are reverse every curse where them set over the country. We are reverse every curse where them set upon the people of the country for try for winning a mind. Remember, we are not battling for the mind. We are battling for the truth. Everybody, as gonna sign off of the live, please to leave a like and share out the live. We are try to send it out as much as possible. We want everybody to watch this. Send it go on a cousin, everybody, on the mother, father, everybody. We want them to hear the message.
Anywhere we come from, listen, if a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where we come from, we say listen, reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the art.
Big up yourself, Frida.
Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse. Yeah. Reverse the order. Somebody, reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Over Jamaica. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the order. If a king's host, if a God the host, if a the prime minister.
Like and share as you come off of the live. Thanks for joining the live. Thanks for supporting the channel. Big up to everybody that came on the live. Big up to all those who participated, who spam up the live chat. Big up to the silent watchers. Big up to all moderators. Big up to my members, Angela and Ivan Wallace. Big up to everybody. For those who will watch a rebroadcast, big up on yourself. Thanks for the support. Remember, the orange is ripe. We are going to juice it, as Rasta said. And remember, the word is and will always be love. See me, I lose my voice here because I want to forget the message. Stay tuned for every video. Stay tuned for the other lives them to come. Stay tuned for updates. And remember, support the channel by liking. The like is free. Big up to all those who donate to the channel, who support the super chat, the super thanks. Big up to those who donate off the ear. Thanks so much. But the liking of the video is free. It's give YouTube the signal to send it out all over, and that is what we want. Don't keep it for yourself. It is free to like the video, and that is what I am endorsing now. Like and share. Big up on yourself.
Anywhere we come from, listen, if a China,